Okay, let's talk now about this one right here. Yeah, I'm getting better at this.
Nice.
Right? Yeah, figuring it out. Smash for the Wii U. There was a Nintendo Direct,
Yes.
bunch of info, a lot of info actually,
Yeah.
and it was just like I love the style of it. It was just like point, 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 point,
And they got
bullet, bullet. It was
they
awesome.
got the official announcer voice to do it too, which
It was
is
so
actually
sick.
kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the video was called 50 things and there was like actually like 55 things or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff about it, but dude, you know, they are pulling out all the stops for this thing. You know, from all the content that they kept talking about, I joked that it's going to take to like 2025, the year 2025 to like finish all the one player content in that game because so many characters and like if you beat every mode with them you get different trophies and all these things like that, and there's like all these one player modes now, and
Yeah.
it just sounds ridiculously crazy.
Okay, so what stood out to you most? Would you say?
What's that?
What stood out to you most?
I mean,
I guess. Oh, go on.
sounds like the same thing a lot of people said stood out to them, which was 8-player Smash.
Yeah, 8 players. You can have four v four.
Yeah, okay, so I can talk about this for a little bit.
Okay.
4v4 Smash.
Yeah.
I actually think might be huge.
Okay.
Because here's the thing about fighting games, right? You can come in here, you can have all the friends in the world, you can have them all tell you how to throw fireballs and how to uppercut with everything. You go online, you get bodied. You will lose. It can be very realistic that you try to pick up Street Fighter for the first time and you lose your first 100 matches. This is a very realistic
true.
scenario. Whereas in a game like League of Legends, if you have 3 friends or 4 friends who are good at the game, you can play with them and you could potentially win. If Smash Wii U starts to really play up the 4v4 aspect of the game, you can actually play with your 3 friends who are better than you and actually have more fun in the game. You may win some matches and you don't feel as discouraged while you're playing the game. And I was even thinking, like, can you imagine starting the team constructions? Instead of ADC, you'll have, like, MDD, which is the main damage dealer, right? You can have the person, like, the person who picks off all the characters because they have the strong moves, so they're the killer, you know what I mean? You could have Zelda sitting in the back throwing fireballs at everybody, you know? I don't know, you could have, like, roles like that.
Yeah.
And,
2 Pikachus, 2 Game & Watches, and just fill up the bucket
oh,
constantly.
God, yeah, that's right.
Or maybe just like 1 Pikachu and 3 Game & Watches. I don't know.
Uh-huh. But I mean, you could potentially do stuff like that. I think it might actually help bring some people in. I don't know. It sounds kind of silly, but
No, I think that sounds nice. I wonder that I feel like that might be not that likely considering how the online works. Where it's like if you could like line up in a queue, you know, like a solo queue, but
right,
like
right.
then I think that could be pretty sweet.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, maybe if the stages were bigger. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I think it's a nice idea.
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
certainly.
yeah. I mean, it would be interesting if they discovered that it was working, and they start tweaking the game to support that mode a little bit more. Maybe create some new, larger DLC stages or something like that. So.
Now that I think about it, I think that online doesn't. I
Yeah,
think that's only local. I think it's only not online is 8 people. I don't think
Really?
that's online.
Oh, probably because it is
Probably-
too
maybe
hard
the
to
chat
control
can be-
8 characters at once. Because if you
Yeah,
did
it looks
eight-
like Agent said that it's online. Only supports up to 4.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. That's too bad. That's too bad. But even local, you know, I wonder if you could set it up 4v4 local against computers. Like 4 players versus 4 computers or something like that. You know, just a way for people could get into the game. I mean, because I've been thinking about this aspect a lot with
Yeah.
fighting games, about trying to get people in. Because obviously that's one of the biggest hurdles that fighting game has compared to other competitive games. And so I'm always thinking about, you know, how we could do it. So as soon as I heard the concept for 4v4 Smash, I was like, maybe this might work. But if
Sounds
you
like
can't
maybe
play,
if it was a little bit different.
yeah. But I mean, I wonder if you could do that so it was like local 4 versus another local 4. You know what I mean? Not like all of them.
I know what you mean, yeah. I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
In any case, yeah.
I'll tell you what stood out to me the most, because I've never been super interested in teams. I know that's like an established Smash thing, but for it's not a big deal for me. It's that stage where there's like the two panes.
Yeah, I saw you tweeting
from
about
like
that.
Art of Fighting or whatever from a million years ago.
Art of Fighting, yeah.
Right? That was the game, right? I
Yeah,
think it was, where
and,
you
and
could like
Fatal
jump.
Fury 3.
And Fatal Fury. Well, was it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think that's really interesting. I think that could be really, really interesting, and I would love to see kind of how that plays out in competitive play.
Right.
Is it going to be very campy, or I don't know.
I gotta imagine if you're winning, it looks like the barrels, once they get used, you can't use them again for a little bit, or if they get used too much, they'll blow up or something like that. So, yeah, I'm not sure, but that'll be really interesting.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool idea. Obviously, as you said, there's a bunch of one-player mode stuff and a bunch of music and stuff like that. Also, Ridley is in there, but as like a stage hazard.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny because it's not like just the normal stage hazard. There's others in the game that you can like kill. There's the thing on the Mega Man stage or whatever. But Ridley, they like made a character out of. Like Ridley has like a ledge grabbing animation.
Yeah.
So. It just seems silly to me that they went through all this trouble to like make an actual character, and then they kept it this gigantic size so that it's not a playable character.
Right.
Couldn't you just have decreased the size by half, and like now it's a playable character?
It doesn't make sense canon-wise.
Okay, I
guess. Respect the lore, David. Come on.
Okay, but
respect.
Think about this.
The lore.
I don't know how big Bowser is in lore nowadays. But I can tell you in Smash 64 and Mario 64, he's like quite a few times larger than Mario.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem to be the case in Smash.
You know what?
So.
I mean, to be honest with you, he's got to be like a DLC option in the future.
Dude,
right?
it feels like they put in too much work, right? At least, if nothing else, too much work with that character to not put it in. But it's not in. But what is in is Mewtwo.
Yes,
Mewtwo is in if it's day one DLC.
Is it day
no,
one?
it's not. I'm sorry, it's not day one DLC.
It's in 2015.
It's in 2015. No, you're right. Yeah, misspoke. It's in 2015. But you have to own both the 3DS and the Wii U.
Right. To get them free. I would imagine they would sell them to you for a cost if you have only one or something like that, because it would seem silly to me not to do that. But they haven't announced anything about that yet. So.
Yeah, I think it's free downloadable content.
Yeah, it's free if you have both of them. Yeah.
Right, but I don't think they've said anything about whether you don't own both of them.
Yeah. They didn't mention anything about that.
It might be the case down the road that they say that you can buy him if you don't have both. But in the meantime, as far as I know, it's only if you have both. So that's great if you plan to have both games. And maybe a lot of Smash fans are planning to have that. But for a lot of people, that's not the case. They only have a 3DS or they only have a Wii U. So it's like either the cheapest DLC and that it's free, or it's the most expensive DLC character of all time. Because he costs an entire Wii U.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, man. Couple $100 character. So, but anyway, he's in if you care about him. I don't care about him. I think he's stupid.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is he sucked in Melee. He was bad in Melee.
I've been watching a lot of Project M. He's pretty good there.
Oh yeah. Obviously, because Project M, they've done a lot of stuff for balancing and stuff like that. So
I think he looks stupid, and I think that his backstory is stupid.
Yo, we just like lost all of the Nintendo fan
audience. I just think he's stupid. Look at that. I don't understand.
Our viewer count was a lot higher, but now it's
30 seconds before they actually hear it, it's already dropping.
All the Nintendo people are just like, you're hating on Mewtwo. We're done with you.
I just don't get it. But whatever. That's the case for me for a lot of characters. And I know there's a big group of fans out there. And that's great for them. Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is Nintendo can right now probably get another maybe $200 out of me for free if they just released. So I know if you buy both of them, you're gonna get this special CD, one disc of the music from the 3DS version. Obviously, that's not going to be all the songs. Because there's like 500 songs in this ridiculous game. I mean, if you remember playing Brawl, you could set the sliders on all the stages for the likelihood that songs show up or whatever like that. And every stage had like 5 or 6 songs. So apparently in this game it's going to be even crazier. If they released a box set of every song that was in that game, that would just like be instant purchase for me. Because that would be one of the most amazing game collections of music ever. It would be so incredibly epic. Like, it makes me sad that I'm going to have to play the game and pick up CDs and do all these things to collect stuff. And I just want all the music now, please. Please.
Well, I do agree that it would be nice if they made that feature available, not just for the CDs, but, even now for the customizable moves and stuff. Right. I wish that they could just let me... I would really pay $5. I don't know if I'd pay $10, but I'd pay $5 to get all those customizations.
Dude, you know what's interesting, though? It looks like the customizations are only available on the 3DS version to get and to customize your character, and then you transfer them to the Wii U.
No, I'm pretty sure that I remember one of the screens where they beat something in classic mode or something like that happened, and it it shows you like what you get.
Oh, okay.
And I think one of the screens showed a customized move show up there. But you can transfer from 3DS to Wii U, which is pretty great. So all this time we put in is not for nothing.
Yeah, I know. And to be honest with you, I don't know, have you hunted for a lot of customization? I haven't done barely any hunting for it.
It's super annoying.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I haven't. And nobody I've played online has it turned on. And nobody I've played has ever used custom moves, unless they are, and I'm just not familiar with the character that well.
Yeah. It's a really annoying process, even with the tech where you press the home key and like you get to see what's coming up next. Even with that, it's super annoying.
Because sometimes you hit home, and then home so fast that the scroller goes boom, and you don't even see.
That's true, but even on top of that, it's annoying. I don't want to play all of these one-player matches. That's boring to me. And it sucks that you could get the same thing. How are you gonna unlock one customized move and then you can get it again? Get out of here.
The only thing that I've noticed is that whichever character you're using, the customized moves lean towards that character.
They do.
So
that's how it seems.
You're gonna have to play all the characters, I think, just to unlock. But again, there's like 700 characters in this game.
It's like unreasonable.
Yeah, so I don't know about that. So you can't use customs online. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I guess in for glory mode, they probably shut that down because it's for glory, right? So
that's too bad though, because I feel like they tried to balance at least a lot of them in that case.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay, so is that it for Smash news?
Oh god, what else did they announce in there? Let me take a look through some other things. I mean, they had crazy.
So they talked about the controls, obviously the GameCube controller.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna say this: the stage creation, the custom stage creation in Brawl sucked. It was like the worst thing ever. Like the stages that you could create were all terrible. Only thing stage customization did was open up the ability for Project M. I mean, literally. But the custom stage creation in this one is crazy.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Because you use the pad and you use the pen, and literally any shape you draw, they draw that shape and fill it in for you.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So the problem with the Brawl one was that there was too many just ones that are just blocks. Like, it was blocks. It didn't feel like a real Smash stage. But in this one now, you could draw all sorts of things. You could probably draw your own platforms and stuff like that. So I think you could probably actually create a lot of fun stages now.
Right.
So that actually looks kind of neat.
That does look neat, for sure.
What did you think of the amiibos?
I can see that being popular, I guess.
Like training to fight amiibos versus amiibos and stuff like that.
Yeah, and having the amiibos as collectible things, I can see being popular too. I guess I don't really care about it, but I can certainly see it being a big thing.
Right. I will say one thing though. Some people started taking pictures of the actual amiibos.
Yeah.
They didn't look quite as good as the prototypes that were seen at E3 and stuff like that.
I saw those pictures. I think you got to expect mass-produced items to be a little bit different, but. That said, I didn't think that they looked bad.
Oh, no. I'm still probably going to buy a bunch of them for no reason whatsoever, except just to have them around.
Just the completionist in you, huh?
Well, because I want to play Smash Brothers in real life, right? Just go...
Yeah, totally.
Take this, PK Thunder! And throw my nest at, like, everybody all day.
Yeah.
I've been killing myself so much with PK Thunder.
That's your game. I play this guy, that's what he does. He just tries to launch himself into you.
Pretty much all day.
It's like your game.
Well, the worst thing about it now, too, is like on the stages that are flat wall like this, when you launch yourself and hit the wall, you don't skate up the wall and cling the ledge. you just bounce off to your death, and that's really irritating. I wish they would, if they ever decide to patch it, I would hope that they fix stuff like that. So
there was a patch just a couple of days ago. They said that there were balance changes. As far as I know, since then I haven't heard of any balance changes. If people have figured it out, then please let me know via chat. But I haven't heard about it.
Yeah, some people were saying that, and then everyone was saying that they were deconfirmed. Like, they're like, oh, this person's roll slower, and then someone actually got access to both of them, and it looked the same and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's what I read about too.
Yeah, so
okay, next thing?
Sure.
Next topic? Let's talk about... let's go to Omega Mode.
Sure, no problem.
So, Omega Mode in Ultra Street Fighter 4. I think we've touched on this before, but it's basically like the insane version of the game. It's like the Rainbow Edition.
Right.
Where they just add a bunch of craziness and moves that are, weird, or moves that were in previous versions of the game that they're bringing back, kind of. And not even just moves, like... game mechanics. It sounds like Ryu has a parry. And it's even like the same parry animation. It looks like.
Well, it's like focus. He starts the focus, which he kind of looks the same. I think.
Oh, really?
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's just what it is. So.
Okay. So he has parry. So it's not even just moves. It's like the engine, which is funky.
They're doing a lot of weird things with the game.
Blanca has like Kung Lao teleport.
Yeah, that's right.
What's that about? How'd they even think about that?
I totally didn't even think about the Kung Lao parallel, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's what it is. Yeah, it just comes off from the bottom of the stage. It's bizarre.
But, I mean, to be honest with you, I watched some of the exhibition that they showed at CPT Asia, and so one time, I think it was at an SCR tournament or something like that, but Justin walked up to a Street Fighter 4 machine and was messing around in training mode, and he was just like, man... After playing so much Marvel, Street Fighter training mode is so boring. Like, there's nothing to do, right?
Yeah.
Dude, Omega mode is going to be like the training mode, like
I can see that.
For Street Fighter. That's all I want to do is do stupid combos in there. And, dude, so Daigo played against the crowd in an exhibition, and a guy came up and played Dalsum against him. And, like, Daigo whiffed an uppercut. The Dalsum came up, did some weird thing that, like, boom, boom, knee, which, like, launched him into the air or something like that. He took a step... back strong into EX up flame, which hit him, and then he did instant air teleport, which teleported next to him, and then Dalsum automatically did like 3-hit chain in the air. It drained like 50% of his life, dude. It was like Dalsum draining 50% of your life. It was crazy. So,
dang, all right. Because I don't know if you saw this, but Daigo said that he thinks that Dalsum is one of the worst characters in Ultra.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean,
that's great.
He's
just
you feel
another person
right?
agreeing with my opinion. It's funny because I discount his opinion a lot of times, so not this time. So there's going to be a lot of weird stuff. I don't know. I guess I'll play it. I'll try it out. But I feel like you're right. It's probably mostly going to be a training mode thing.
It looked like if you had 4 bars, everything, like as soon as you touch someone, they're going to lose like half their life. Like everything just did ridiculous amounts of damage. Yeah, but...
All right, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
Let's also talk... Oh, I guess while we're talking about Street Fighter, so there's a new pack of costumes for Ultra Street Fighter 4 that were announced.
Yeah.
I saw this picture where it's like Dudley is a bulldog and Hakan is an octopus. Somebody linked that to me, or I saw it on Twitter, and I just dismissed it. I thought... Because it wasn't in the context of a story. It was just the picture.
Right.
There's no way.
So you just thought it was like some deviant art thing, like someone was just drawing something for fun.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I feel like I'm pretty justified in thinking that.
Yeah.
But it's real, apparently. Apparently Hakan is going to be an octopus. Apparently Cammy is...
Is that Hakan? Oh, yeah, it is Hakan.
That's Hakan, dude.
Oh, my gosh.
Cammy's going to be a fox. Gen is a goat, which I actually think is pretty cool.
Let me see if I can actually get this picture on stream here. Patience, guys. Let me see if I can get this on for you guys so you can check it out.
Oh, yeah, in the meantime, nobody cares about your raid. Come on.
But what?
Don't worry about it. It's like irrelevant.
Okay. Hang on a second. Look, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of these costumes.
You're not? I thought that you might like these.
I'm not a fan of these costumes, and there's a reason why I'm not a fan of these costumes actually, and it's So I've said this before about Tekken.
Here we go.
I've said this before about Tekken. They're a little stretched a little bit, but whatever. Oh no, I see, it fixed itself. But I don't like it when the costumes deviate from the characters too much, because it starts making it hard for people to watch. Because then they see this dog on the screen and they're like, who the hell is this character?
I guess.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of, and it makes the game more confusing. Like if Gen is a goat. Like you see this goat dude walking around, you're like, what is going on with this game? You know what I mean? And so,
I guess.
I don't know. It's like the other costumes, you could at least still see their head most of the time.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe they gave Sagat hair once in a while or whatever, but it was still like mostly them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like this is...
You think like... I mean, I remember people saying that part of the reason that that Street Fighter wasn't doing like Namco-style customization where you could like do whatever craziness, or like Virtua Fighter style, was that they didn't want to like deviate too much from their established characters. Right. Everybody knows what Ryu looks like. All right, he looks as boring as he can be. Everybody knows him. He is completely uninteresting. But that's his iconic thing, that he's boring.
Right.
I guess. So that was like the justification. And now they're gonna make him a wolf. He's a wolf.
Yeah,
what?
A long time ago they said the costumes were gonna try to be true to character, and then they just went crazy, and now they're animals.
Well, speaking of character, I like Gen as a goat. If he's gonna be, if he is gonna be an animal, and I guess he is, then I guess a goat is fine.
There's way too many bad jokes I can make at this point, and I'm just not gonna.
I think Dudley as an English bulldog is a good choice.
Yeah, I mean,
again, if they're gonna be animals, I feel like that's a good choice.
Well,
you don't like it.
At least, with Cammy being a fox, at least now we know what the fox says, right? So, spiral arrow, upper,
I really thought you were going to go with a different take on the word fox there.
Oh, no. Fair enough, okay.
But what I'm worried about is how these are going to look in-game, because it's not going to look like the picture that you just posted. They're going to look like assy Street Fighter 4 graphics. So what's that going to look like in practice? Like, what is Octopus Hakan gonna look like?
Dude, is this like is he gonna have extra arms that are gonna be wiggling the whole entire time?
If you look, he has arms that are like over his shoulders, kind of.
Dude,
it's like a vest.
4 feet.
Well, he has 8 appendages. So.
Right. So, but 2 of them are feet. So, are they actually gonna like try to animate them walking along the ground with everything else, or?
I guess.
Dude, I don't know. Dude, this whole thing is.
It's really off the wall, man. But hey, you know what? Hey, they're trying stuff. I will give them that. This is a side of Capcom that I didn't expect to see.
Yes.
But even if I think it's kind of crazy, I'm happy to see that they're kind of branching out and like trying things out.
Okay.
Because who knows? I mean, maybe this time it leads to something crappy, but maybe in the future that kind of attitude leads to something cool.
Right. Okay.
So that's certainly possible. What?
Agents like Mondo, I want you to hit James next time you see him.
Oh, for
bad jokes, yeah.
So let's talk briefly about Killer Instinct.
Yeah. So obviously season 2 is out. And,
yeah.
They've been playing that for a little bit, and there's going to be 6 more characters added after TJ Combo and Maya. And the next character that's coming out is the Not a Mummy character.
Right.
And they finally revealed some gameplay mechanics about this character.
Yeah, not footage, but gameplay mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like ridiculous for me. Like I couldn't believe that they were doing this.
I think Keats is trying to bait you to play this game.
Yeah, you think he targeted this character?
Yeah, I think he's
because it's ridiculous.
Because he basically said, "I'm gonna get David to play this game by making this character."
Okay, so the character is a mix of zoning and grappling. Okay. If you don't know, those are the kinds of characters that I play.
Right.
And when
Your favorite characters in Street Fighter 4 were Zangief and Dhalsim.
Yeah, exactly right. And if I don't, then I play some weird trap style character. Those are like the characters that I play. Okay, I don't want to play like some normal rushdown or whatever. That's not my style.
It sounds like he has long range grabs.
Right. So he's not a normal grappler where he has like up close stuff. Not even like Waldstein where he has a far range command grab.
Right.
But it still works if you're right up close. It sounds like he has actual command grabs that like are at certain spots only, and if you're closer to him than that spot, then you don't get grabbed.
Right.
So I don't know. That's it's just like so spot on to what I like.
If this character turns out as made for you as it sounds, You're just gonna be like, let's play some KI at your place, James. I'm gonna come over and play some KI.
Might happen. Yeah, we'll see. I just look. I've always said, well, maybe not always, but after like the first month of Killer Instinct, I've said that the neutral game looks really cool.
Right.
I like a lot of the characters' options. They look fun to move around with, and all that kind of stuff is cool with me. I just really don't want to get involved in the combo mix-up game. It doesn't appeal to me. So all those things sound awesome. The grabbing, the trapping, the zoning, all that stuff sounds awesome. But I know that when I hit somebody with a zoning thing, or when I grab somebody, it's just gonna be like, here's the linker, and I'm gonna do my auto double, and when it's like whatever.
So the only thing that I will say is like I was at the run back last week, and I basically commentated Killer Instinct like the whole night because I went there to play Uniel, and
yeah, we don't need to talk about that. Things don't go out great.
But like when you watch the matches for Killer Instinct, it's really actually interesting. Like I watched a lot of the high level ones, like Tim, Tekken Tim, Emperor Tim now, going up against Alex Vi and stuff. You can watch, and I would probably say out of the total life that they had, like 50% or more came from damage outside of combos. It really, because I think they upped the damage of singular hits a little bit more, so it's just like the individual hits matter a little bit more and stuff like that. But yeah, I remember one match where Vi was just on the other side of the screen with Fulgore, and the opponent lost like 70% of their life, and Vi never landed a single combo. Like it was just uppercut, fireball, fireball, uppercut, laser, laser, fireball, uppercut, teleport, throw, fireball, fireball, laser, laser, and the guy like lost all of his life. So
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely not as crazy combo heavy as it was before. I feel like
that's nice.
But that also could not even be the Season 2, Season 1 change. It just might be how the game has evolved in general. But it's I don't know. I really actually had a lot of fun doing the commentary on Thursday, so it was a lot of fun. So.
Okay. All right. Okay. So looking forward to more announcements about that. I don't really know when that stuff is going to be let out, when the announcements are going to happen. I don't know the schedule, but
okay, cool.
Apparently he's not a mummy.
Yeah, that's what they keep calling him, is not a mummy. I don't know if there's a joke about it or something.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you want to take a break and we come back? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't have crap else.
Okay. Let's just take a small break. Do you want to actually take viewer questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we'll take viewer questions for 10 minutes. And so send some tweets to @UltraChenTV. That's probably where we'll answer it. So make sure you tweet at us. If you email us or whatever like that, we won't see it. So, okay. We'll be right back, guys.